Last May, I went to a cemetery to visit a grave for research for another project, but while I was there, this small grave with little Freddie engraved on it caught my eye. I made a video about researching his family and just finding out a little bit more about little Freddie and why he was all alone in that graveyard, and I ended up finding a lot of information about his parents and his siblings. So with all of my research, I did find pictures of them and articles about them, but I didn't have photos of their graves. I did link them together on findagrave.com, but that wasn't enough for me. I wanted to find and get a picture of those gravestones. So finally I did make my way out to the cemetery. It's called Swan Point Cemetery in Rhode Island in Providence, and it's really beautiful. I spent a little bit of time wandering, but I did have a mission, so I pulled out my map. Luckily, someone had uploaded the plot numbers onto Find a Grave, so I had at least a little section I could narrow down in the cemetery. But the process, especially for his sister Clara's grave, was kind of just walk around and look for the name. So I did find it. Here is Clara Comstock Everett's grave. This is little Freddie's older sister. I added the grave photo for her, her husband, and her husband's first wife, Harriet. Little Freddie's parents and his brother were a little bit easier to find because they were right on the edge of their plot group. This was a group monument, so it provided pictures for lots of family members. I added the photos in for Freddie's parents and his brother Frank. It's a small thing adding these photos to the database, but in my mind, it makes me feel pretty good connecting them in some way.